and welcome to Face Noir. Now this is a weird one for me because it's not that well known actually. I think it came out 1 or 2 years ago and hasn't been gaining that much exposure. I think on Metacritic it's got a score of between I think 50 and 60, so yeah, very mixed reviews. But what this is a point and click adventure game set in the sort of noir detective kind of setting and style. That's pretty much the only reason why I decided to try this out, because I do like that sort of style and setting. Yeah, but apart from that, I have really little experience with point and click adventures, so it should be interesting. So we're going to look at the options, and first things first, the main complaint I have is the lack of resolution options. The devs themselves even said that the game was locked at a resolution of 1024 by 768, something weird like that. I mean, out of all the resolutions you could have chosen, I don't know why they decided to choose that. I mean, they said that it was so that the game could run on most systems, you know, on as many systems as possible, but still, it's, you know, like 1 or 2 years ago, I'm pretty sure most computers should have been able to handle higher resolutions than that. I guess we'll just get started. I mean, the game doesn't look horrible because of that, but it certainly looks more dated than it should. Yeah, this is actually my second attempt of doing this Let's Play. The first attempt, because of the lack of resolution options, it meant that my DX Tory recorded this game at a slightly higher resolution, which meant that the bottom of the screen was cut off, you know, and you couldn't see the subtitles, so that was no good. That's why I'm deciding to do a complete rerun of this. I mean, I didn't get very far the first time round because
Greta, I have to stop that plane.
I'll tell you later that
What are you going to do?
I couldn't get one of the
You get
puzzles
It's hidden in the trees near the entrance.
due to
The
my
keys are on the dash.
inexperience of
Okay.
the adventure game
Keep the engine
genre.
running. We need to leave as soon as I get the girl.
Jack,
Yes?
I do think
Be
I was kind
careful.
of dumb though, the part
There's
I
no
got
time
stuck
to be
on.
careful. Not this time.
Yeah, I'll show you guys later
go.
when we get to it. So in total I've played this game for about 20 minutes.
Dannazione. It's too late.
It looks like you're too late, Del Nero.
What are you doing here? Why aren't you on that plane?
I hate
And apparently our character
I'm
gets
not the
shot,
kind of guy who crosses the desert on a camel. I
so
prefer
you
the
know,
comfort of the big city. Moreover, had I left, I would have
spoiling
missed
what
the chance
happens
to
next.
Deal with you. You made me look ridiculous in the eyes of the organization, and I don't have any intention of letting you get away with it.
And what do you want to do? Kill me? I can see it on your face that you've never shot anyone. You're not that kind of guy. You send your men to do your dirty work.
Well, don't.
You're right. I've never shot anyone.
Well, you're pushing
Even though
him.
many men and women died because I ordered it.
How brave.
But you know, there's a first time for everything.
Boom.
It was destiny, Del Nero.
So yeah. Apparently our character gets killed later
It
on.
had to be a little past 4 in the afternoon. I had just
That
lit one
was
of the
a
many
flash
cigarettes
forward,
that fill my
you
days
know,
with
just
no
a sneak
clients.
peek of what
When a
happens a day
middle-aged
later.
guy comes into my office with 2 caterpillars for eyebrows and a cigar hanging from his mouth. He introduces himself
Caterpillars
as
for
Harvey Weber,
eyebrows.
the owner of Weber Company, a meat house in Larchmont.
What exactly
After
does
10
that
minutes of
mean?
pointless chatter
I guess it
about
just
his
means
job,
thick
he gives me a
eyebrows.
photograph. Susan Weber, 20 years old, Harvey's stepdaughter. He tells me all about her carefree lifestyle, her dreams of becoming an actress, and how she hasn't come home in weeks. But how he keeps getting bills for clothes,
Yep, so
shoes,
she's pretty
and
much
other things that might
going
catch
ham
the
on
eye of a
ham with his
20-year-old
wallet.
girl with a well-heeled old man. Harvey, because of his divorce agreement with his ex-wife, is responsible for supporting the girl until she turns 21. So the kid decides to take advantage of her old man while she can, and
So I
spend
guess
as
he's
much
had
as
enough
possible
now. He's
until
just
she
gonna
turns 21. But
completely
Harvey
cut her
Weber
off, which
isn't
I
one
guess
to
is
sit on his
understandable.
hands, and he got his attorneys on the case. They think that if Susan were caught having an affair that her old man wouldn't know of, they could bring the evidence to court and get her cut off. Just one photograph would do it.
So looks like
according to
we're
Harvey.
going to be the ones who are
I take
taking
the
this
job.
photograph.
I'll
I
give
guess
him that
it's
photograph. The whole thing will cost him 30
doesn't
bucks a
sound
day,
too hard.
plus expenses, paid in advance. Harvey gives me a check for 30 bucks and leaves my
30
office.
bucks obviously
I cash
is
the
a
check,
lot
toss
more
down something that can be
than
called
it's
a
worth
dinner,
now.
and I'm already in Harlem. A few dollars got me a tip that Harvey Weber's kid might be around here, at the Last Heaven Hotel, to be precise.
Still, I don't think 30 bucks is that much back then. Not a substantial amount.
According to the information that I have, a few days ago, some blondie went on a shopping spree here in Harlem. In this neighborhood, if you have money to spend
So yeah,
on
looks
clothes
like we
and
have
jewelry,
to,
it's easy to get noticed. I even managed
you
to
know,
find
take
out
a
that the girl was
picture of
seen
her
entering
with
the Last Heaven
whoever that
Hotel.
other guy is.
I'd better ask a few questions.
So, the interface, right, it's easy enough to understand. You know, you have right click cycles through your options. So yeah, this eye means that he simply observes
This theater was one
whatever
of the
you're pointing
landmarks
at.
of the Harlem Renaissance, the movement that, a few years ago,
So yeah, pretty standard as far as point and click adventures go. So if you try and
I'd say it's
use it,
undoable.
it doesn't work. So yeah, it does work quite slowly actually. I mean, I have played a few, I'd say about like 1 or 2 point and clicks before. Both of them were Telltale games. I've played The Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us. Well, not completely, but I think the first 1 or 2 episodes of each.
A wastebasket full of every kind of...
I don't know, I just didn't really...
Sitting down and reading the
Well,
newspaper.
The Wolf Among Us I
Should
actually
have
said I
been a
kind of
reception
liked.
clerk.
I
That
really
would have certainly
enjoyed the
been
first
healthier.
episode, but I didn't get around to playing more of it because from what I've heard from everyone else, it sort of goes downhill after the first episode.
I'll take my chances.
It's quite a shame
I've
actually,
put worse in my stomach. I'll
because
keep
the
it with
universe
me.
in which
There's no way
that
I'm
game
eating
is
it,
set in is
since
actually
I'd like
pretty
to avoid
interesting.
getting dysentery.
You know, the whole Fables comics. It's pretty cool. The Walking Dead, again, I'm not going to say it's a bad
Hi,
game
you own this place?
because it clearly isn't.
Depends on who wants to know.
You know, seeing us as one like game of a year awards from pretty much everywhere.
I'm a friend of one of...
It's just
The last
the
guy
one
who
thing,
introduced
the one
himself
thing
as
that
such
stops
destroyed
me
a
from
room
enjoying The
full of
Walking
things
Dead
about
is the
lovers.
theme. It's just
So pardon
zombies.
me if I'm a little
I
wary of
just
friends
can't
of my
stand them
guests.
anymore. They're so overdone. So yeah, I just can't really.
I'm a private detective.
A private detective.
I
guess
can't really
someone
picture
has gotten
myself,
himself
you
in
know,
trouble.
playing any,
More or less.
actually
It's
enjoying
about
any
a
more
girl.
zombie games because
A
they're
girl,
just
you say?
way too
There are a lot of them
overused.
here, and for a few bucks, they can give you a night that
You know
will
what I'd like to
stay
see
in your
Telltale do?
memories for a long,
I'd like to see
long
Telltale,
time.
you know, sort
She's
of
not
make
a
some
prostitute.
games
Susan
which are
Weber,
set
white,
in
medium frame,
just
blonde hair,
completely
20 years,
not
and pretty
bizarre
enough to cause her
universes,
some
but
troubles. Have you seen her?
I'd like to see them go
Well,
out
I'm
of their
sorry, but I'm not
comfort
used to
zone,
giving out
you know.
information about my guests to the first
Maybe just
person
make
who
something that's
happens by.
completely out there.
People come here to have a place where no one can find them, and not
Well,
just
I
for
mean,
a
imagine
place
them
where
doing
to
something
stay.
like
And I try to help them
a
with
point
that
and
as
click
much as I
adventure
can.
in the Game of Thrones universe. That would be amazing. Obviously, they need to license that and whatnot, but yeah, it looks like this guy's not going to tell us anything.
Come on, don't make a fuss. Tell me where I can find it.
Sorry, but you won't get anywhere by.
Let's just
You
ask
must
him
have a
more
good
about the
imagination to call
hotel.
this hotel Last Heaven.
No fantasies or
But yeah, imagine
sentimentalities.
a
Not for
Telltale
me.
game set
It's
in
not
the
anymore.
Game of Thrones
This
universe.
hotel
That'd be
belonged to my
pretty
brother,
cool.
Louis Fitzgerald Heaven.
Well, something weird and random. Maybe
That's why
cyberpunk.
people call
That's
him
another.
the Last Heaven.
That's
When
another
he bought
type
the
of.
hotel, he didn't have any doubts
That's
about
another
what to
like
call it.
genre
At
which I
that
think
time,
doesn't
place was falling apart,
have
but
enough
Lewis was sure he
exposure.
could turn it into a good hotel, and he made it.
How come it's you running it now?
The only
My
really
brother can't
big
take care of
successful
it
game
anymore.
I
In
remember
October
in the cyberpunk
1926,
genre is
some
probably
redneck
Deus
who missed
Ex.
the good old days of slavery refused to pay his 3-day rent for the room. He said that he would have never given money to a Negro. And when my brother threatened to call the police, the guy pulled out a gun, shot him in the guts. My brother died almost
Well, that's a
immediately.
shame.
Even though he was small, he never let anyone to push him around.
So yeah, apparently
What we all thought of as a
racism might
quality
be one of the big
eventually
themes
turned out to be
throughout
what
this
killed
game.
him. And the hotel stayed closed for years, and it was I who reopened it 5 years later, but without my brother, it wasn't.
I have to say the voice acting's not
Did the police
horrible.
get the
It's
killer?
not great either though.
You already know the answer. One day,
I mean, it's
great
definitely
men will
not
be able
bad
to
enough
change
that
how
actually
things
makes
are,
you
and there won't be any more hatred
dislike
between
it.
blacks and whites.
You know, it's not too grating
Nowadays,
so
they
far.
name streets in New York after these great men. And when that happens, it means they didn't meet with a happy end.
So,
Forget about it.
Whatever you want.
This job probably doesn't pay too much. I'm sure that with a little encouragement, you would tell me more.
little encouragement. Let's see what we have in our inventory. So you press space and this is what you see.
My investigator's license.
So yeah, you can
$20, a damn questionnaire.
you can
Anyone who
examine,
wants to
you know,
can
and
stick their
use
nose in your business.
your items wherever you want on the scenery. So yeah, just cycle through all our equipment. A lockpicking kit, which seems really useful. And the camera we'll be taking our photo with. Yeah, $20. I think we just bribe the guy. And this manky old sweet. I don't even know why he picked it up, to be honest. If he's not going to eat it, then yeah, what was the point of that?
There are photographs of black musicians hanging everywhere.
Yeah, we can just take a look at pretty much everything in the room. So yeah, to bribe him, we do this. We click on our money, right click on it to, you know, select the use command instead, and then just
$10 should be
click
more
on it.
than enough for some information.
$10. That's a third of our pay.
These might make you change your mind.
That's a bit too
Money
much
to
in my
buy
opinion.
information? That must be one important girl you're looking for.
Enough for someone to hire me.
You know, lately, a lot of people like you have come by. They ask questions. Once, this hotel was considered one of the best in Harlem. Now it's become a shelter. All it took was a couple of years of recession to turn
Wow,
New York
this
into a
guy-
cesspool.
This guy
Wonder
likes
where
to
this city's
talk
going to end up.
a
Or it
lot.
always has. Nowhere.
You're always headed somewhere. Good or bad, the day that New York will be rotten through and through, that will be the day that the good guy...
Don't count on that.
Oh my
I know people in
goodness.
this city who would manage to
I
bribe
don't even know
your
what they're
good
talking about
God with
anymore.
a couple of well-aimed
Jesus.
compliments.
Son, I guess he...
I believe in whiskey and in all those things that I can explain in a day.
Just tell us where this
Without
girl
faith, It's
is.
impossible to survive in this city. Everyone needs something to
Yeah,
believe
now they're
in.
going talking
Probably
about
I
God
just
and
don't have
religion.
anything worth
My
believing in
goodness.
yet. Anyway, let's end this catechism lesson.
Yeah, it's
and
about
tell me where
time.
I can find the girl.
You said her name is Susan Weber?
Susan Weber, with two...
Susan Weber. Oh, you gave me money in exchange for information, but who says that I have any?
Dannazione. You must have a list with the names of your guests.
As I told you earlier, this hotel is a place where half the
So
tenants
they don't
are
give their
poor
real
devils
names.
trying to
That's,
get away from
well,
something. They usually
GG.
don't give
You
their
know,
real
we're done here.
names. 100 John Smiths.
I mean,
a
game
dozen
over.
George Washingtons,
Just head back
even
home.
A couple of
You
Charlie
can't find her.
Chaplins pass through this hotel.
So there is no room under the name Susan Weber.
That's right, son. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. If you want, you can take
Yeah,
your money
give
back.
us our damn money back.
Keep
You're no
it.
help.
I'm sure it'll come in handy.
Why would you let him keep it? He's been no help. Oh well. So yeah, apparently we need some sort of clue as to what her name is. It's not Athena.
The Athena Theater. I've heard about it. I believe it's considered to be like a temple.
What's this?
That, like the fact that some fat guy is washing my clothes, is going to make me feel...
Alright, I don't think she'll be using the name of Fat Guy. Looks like there's a poster here.
The Second Life of Miss Gray, a film by Howard Paul, starring Vivian Leight. Vivian Leight. That's the same name that Harvey Weber gave me.
Yeah, this...
From what he told me, his daughter greatly admires
Apparently
that
that's the
actress.
name she used. So Vivian Leight. I mean, the thing is, you think that if you're using a fake name, you just come up with something random on the spot. I mean, you wouldn't. It just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I don't think you would use the name of your, of someone who happens to be your
Sitting
favorite
down and
actress.
reading the newspaper. I should have been a reception clerk. I would have certainly been healthier.
I mean, it's not exactly. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right.
Son, what else can I...
But I guess we're just being a bit picky. Yeah, I have a question
I
for
have
you.
a question for you.
Tell me.
So, can you use your head? This is where I think you're meant to match up two pieces of information. You know, then if we do it right, then we get new insight. So we only have 3 choices at the moment. Yeah, Vivian Leight. Match this one with Susan
Doesn't
Weber.
make any sense.
Okay, apparently it doesn't make any sense. Guess we'll go for
Is
this
there
one
a
then.
woman called Leight among your guests?
Late. Yes, she matches your description. White,
Yep,
young
that's
and blonde.
probably the one.
Is she the woman you're looking for?
Yes. What room is she in?
Room 313, 3rd floor, end of the hallway.
Thanks. I don't have anything else to ask you.
Well, if you need me, I'm here.
So, yep, looks like we know where she is now. Room 313, which is that one there.
A wastebasket full of every...
Let's see if there's anything to find in the
I'd rather
wastebasket. Oh well.
Room 312.
Can we just like break in? Oh, we can actually eavesdrop, which is pretty cool.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I wonder if you can actually break in. Imagine if you could.
I
That'd be.
need to have a good
no,
reason to do it.
he doesn't want to. Yeah, I like that little touch. You know, when you right click, he sort of puts it back in his jacket. That's quite nice.
Room 313. It's Susan Weber's room.
So we should eavesdrop in here just to make
finally
sure.
gone away from my clod of a stepfather. I couldn't take it anymore. He thought I should spend my entire life behind the counter of a butcher shop.
Oh my god,
I'm an actress. I was
I
born
can't
to
stand
act in
her
movies.
voice. Yeah.
Big production.
This is probably one of the
Isn't that
moments where the
right,
voice
Teddy
acting
bear?
really does get in the way of your
course,
enjoyment.
baby. I'll make you the biggest star in
Oh,
Hollywood.
I just hate her
Yes,
voice so
Howard.
much.
With you, I'll be the next Vivian Leight.
I don't know what that accent is. It
Actually,
just
you'll make me even
grates
more
on me for some
famous
reason.
than her. You'll give me her parts and I'll exceed her. I'll be the number 1. Right, teddy bear? Right?
And here's our Susan. I'll take a few pictures of her with her
Yeah, so
teddy
now
bear.
I think
And
this
tomorrow
was
morning
the,
I'll give them
actually
to
the
Harvey
bit where I
Weber.
got
This way I'll
stuck
get the
last
rest of my
time.
money.
So this is what I tried to do last time. So you think, you know, oh, we know where she is, you know, room 313. So let's actually head outside, you know, to an opposite building and try and get a picture of her from there. So yeah, that's exactly what I've done, and I'll show you guys right now what happened. I mean, maybe I was dumb and I sort of missed something for some reason, but you'd think, look, there's a wee alley over here. I mean, this is obviously where you're meant to go. You're meant to sort of climb up and get a snap of her from here. you know, take a picture from here to there. I mean, how hard could it be? So
The gate, the cheapest way to keep
there's a
away
locked
the bums
gate
from
here.
the dumpsters
So
at
what
the end of
what
the
what do you
alley.
think you do? You know, you use your lock picking
I
kit.
can't go there. The gate is.
You use your lock picking set, and I'll show you guys.
I don't see why I should.
And it doesn't work. You don't see why you should. How not? I mean, you already know which, you know, she's in her room and which room she's in. It's not that hard. So yeah, I got stuck in here for ages, just not knowing what to do. Ended up having to look online, which I'm not proud of. I mean, like this early into the game, I mean, I just felt so bad. It could just be me just being horrible at these games. You know, having the IQ of like a 10-year-old or something, but so yeah, apparently what you were meant to do, it's so weird. I mean, look, you're meant to look at this thing.
There's a little
A
panel
little
here.
panel, okay? So yeah, that's what it told me to do. So just go on this little panel. Yeah, now you're in control, so you can actually interact with objects, like in a lot of other games. So yeah, here, I presume you have to open it. I'm trying to drag it. So left click, right click. Are we just meant to mash on the right click? Alright. I don't know what that was for. I think I had to like snap it open. So yeah, 313. I guess we turn the thermostat off. I mean on. See, I don't see why we have to do this. I mean, it doesn't make sense. We already know where she was. I mean, now what do we do? Now we have to... Guess we have to eavesdrop again?
I've heard enough. Harvey Weber
Nope.
paid me to get him some proof of his stepdaughter's love affair. All I have to do now is to get a picture of Susan while she's in the arms of her teddy bear, Howard. Yep. Susan Weber's room number is... Susan Weber...
Whoops. Yeah, that's... I accidentally clicked to go
It's the
upstairs
thermostat.
instead. So yeah. I honestly have no idea why I had to turn the thermostat up first. It just doesn't make sense to me, but I guess this guy wants to double check that it really is the right room. I mean, this guy just seems so hesitant to do anything, really. I mean, now can we open the gate?
It's hot as hell
Yeah,
in this
now
room. One
now
day
we
it's
can
cold,
actually
the
get a
next one
picture
it's
for some
hot.
reason.
Tomorrow, I'm gonna give an earful to the owner of this crappy room. You don't treat a future movie star this way.
Good. That must be our Susan's room. Now I have to find a way to open that gate.
Yeah, now he wants to open the gate. Oh my god. Yeah, there was no way in hell I could have figured that out. So yeah, now we go into lock
I
picking.
knew that it was a good idea to bring them with me.
Yeah, now it's more straightforward. It's just that bit which I got stuck on. So yeah, playing a lot of Fallout games, I should be good at this, but this works completely differently. Don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, I hear a noise. Guess I just go the other way now. Another one. And that's it. So it's simple enough. Just move it to one side and listen out for a click. And then just
A
repeat.
dumpster. The kind that has wheels on the bottom.
So that's the window we're looking
That's the window of
for.
room 313. Susan Weber's room.
Yeah, I don't know why you had to turn the thermostat off. I mean on. for him to open the gate. It's just... You know what I think they should have done instead? I think they should have made it so that they gave you the option of opening the gate. I mean, I think the only reason, literally the only reason I could come up with as to why you had to turn the thermostat on first is because she probably, I don't know, the windows were blacked out so you couldn't get a good picture, maybe that's the reason. So you had to get her to open the window, or maybe she had her blinds on. But the thing is, I think the game should have let us open the gate first no matter what. If we get to that point, then we would go back there and turn on the thermostat. So yeah, it's just a bit too linear in my opinion.
The theater's service entrance. This is probably where they load and unload the materials for the performances.
So yeah, looks like we have to...
That ladder could be useful.
It looks like we have to climb up here to get a good view. Let's just have a look around. A manhole. Some sticks here we could take, I think.
Yes, I'll take one. This bar could be helpful.
Yeah, a little iron bar.
It doesn't make any sense.
So...
A dumpster, the kind that has wheels on the...
Let's try and move
There's
the...
a break here. The street is probably downhill a little, so if I unlocked it, the dumpster would roll all the way down to the road.
Ah. So let's do that, I guess.
Unlocking the brake now won't help me. I have to find a way to place it where I want.
Alright, so... Yeah, apparently, yeah, if you unlock the brakes now, it'd probably just go all the way there. So I guess we'll have to use our iron bar to sort of stop it. We place the iron bar here. And now let's try and use the dumpster.
Yes, it could work.
Aha. So yeah, that was easy enough. I mean, yeah, from then on in, it's pretty straightforward what to do.
Okay.
So yeah, now we're at the top here, we should have a nice
The
view.
door must lead into the theater.
Let's see if the game lets us break into the theatre. That'd be pretty cool. I doubt it though. I'm just trying it
Can't
out.
break open everything.
Yeah, I'm just messing around at the moment. So yeah, let's just get back to it.
I can see both Susan and Howard from here. Looks like they're pretty busy.
Yeah, so we can. Looks like we can just take a picture.
Now's the time to earn my $30.
Yeah. I can actually sort of pan the camera around as well. I guess we have to like wait for the right moment. Yeah, I want to see if anything changes first before I take the picture. No, it looks like they're just sort of looking at each other. Oh, this is probably the one.
I have to aim better.
To aim better.
I need a more juicy shot.
So obviously the one that had them to kissing would be the right one. Yeah, this is the one.
Good. This shot will work just fine.
Yeah, so apparently I missed it
A
the first
photo of
time
the
round.
stepdaughter necking with the first guy that promises to make her a star. This should be enough for Harvey Weber to get his lawyers involved, and it's definitely enough for me to get out
So
of
yeah,
here.
job done. So aside from that little thing with the thermostat, this was not too bad, I guess. I hope we don't run into any more puzzles like that thermostat one. I mean, that one just didn't make any sense to me. I guess it'll be a good idea to have, you know, the the walkthrough with me, maybe. Actually, let's just save. Yeah, I think it might be a good idea to have the walkthrough in front of me, just in case something like that happens. I mean, I'll obviously try not to use it. I think we're to head back now. So yeah, I don't know if this will turn into a full Let's Play, or might just end it here as a first impressions. Like my Shadows, what's it called? Heretic Kingdoms video. But yeah, it doesn't seem too bad so far, but nothing really that special either.
I don't see how I could use them together.
Okay, are you not going to head back? I mean, those are car keys.
It's my car. Besides mine.
Can we not just go? Oh, now, so you don't use the car keys for your car.
Ignoring how the seats are getting soaked with my wet clothes. It's water. It'll dry sooner or later. I put the key in the ignition and start the engine. But something isn't working. The gas gauge is on E. The tank must be empty.
Well, that was smart.
Following a lead on a case and forgetting to fill up the tank. It's a rookie's mistake.
I don't see how anyone could have made a mistake like that, to be honest.
Sick of this life.
Yeah, I don't see how anyone could have.
I'll have to find another way to get out of here.
Well, you screwed yourself over pretty bad.
Subway. At this hour of night, because of the faces that you see in it, it looks more like a state prison.
So can we head into the subway?
I'd rather walk than get in that jalopy.
Wow, you are a really picky. You are a really picky person, aren't you? You won't go into the subway. Is there anywhere else we can go then? Yeah, how are we gonna go home? I mean, you're not gonna take the subway. We're just gonna sleep on the streets. I mean, in times like these, you don't have time to pick and choose. I guess we just ask this guy, maybe.
Son, what else can...
Yeah, like, he does the subways. I mean, he's too good for the subway, so he needs to call a taxi or something.
You mean you don't have one anymore?
Oh my
We do have the
god!
telephone, but it's just not working. I've been waiting for someone to come and fix it for weeks, but nothing so far. Yeah, the technicians come every 3 months to make sure that the control panel is working, but after a few weeks, there's no more
A
dial tone.
hotel without a telephone.
That's broken.
In the last few years, I've called the technician at least 10 times, and every time he asks for more money. If this
How
were
can you
hotel,
operate a
I'd get
hotel
rid of it
without
tomorrow.
a telephone?
Where is the control panel?
Oh, I don't have a clue. Must be somewhere outside the building, near the alley entrance.
Wow, that's some great management right
I don't
there.
have anything else to ask you.
Well, if you need...
So looks like we have to look for a telephone box. No, I mean a control panel. So is it in this little alley again? Maybe. I don't think I saw one last time. What's this
The
again?
theater's service entrance. Right. Too bad I left my...
Looks like I might get stuck here as well. I mean, that's not good. Yeah, you said a back alley, so
a gate.
this might be it. I don't see anything though. Well, that could just be me.
A gate.
Imagine if that guy was just talking out of his ass and he doesn't actually know. Actually, is that? Yeah, that may be it.
This must be the the telephone control panel.
Yeah, I missed it before.
Let's have a look.
So we have to fix this apparently.
This is no breakdown. The cable was cut, and by the look of it, it definitely wasn't an accident. The only way to make the telephone work again is to reattach the wire. It doesn't make any sense.
So how do we reattach the wire then? Oh my god. Do we have anything in our inventory? I have no idea.
My cigarettes and my lucky lighter.
Do you think we can like weld it, weld the wire back together?
No clue. At least
No. I don't even know what I'm thinking about now. What was this? I still don't know what sweets for.
no clue. At least none that.
I wanted to click myself. No, you can't click yourself. Yeah, he said he won't eat it, so...
Too bad my old pen pal died of loneliness a few.
Who was that?
mailbox.
Ah. Well... Aren't we
This must be
screwed?
the telephone con- This is no. The cable was cut. The only way to make the telephone work.
How do you reattach it then?
It doesn't make any.
So it looks like I might be stuck on this as well. I'll ask the guy back at the reception, he might have a clue.
Son, what else can I do for you?
No,
Do you have a
he
telephone?
doesn't have any new
we
speech
had one.
options, so...
You mean you don't have one?
We do. I've been waiting. Yeah, the technicians come every 3 months to make sure that the control panel is...
So it's not the.
In the last few years, I've called... If this weren't a hotel...
Where is the control?
Ah,
I don't have.
really?
So apparently we need some sort of new tool or something to... Would our lockpicking kit work? I don't know. Guess it's worth a shot. Yeah, let's try and use our lockpicking kit on it. I don't know what sort of logic I'm using right now, it's just...
Need to have a good reason to do it.
Well, looks like I'm completely stumped again. Oh my goodness, this is embarrassing. Well... Yeah. Let's rummage
I have
through the
better
rubbish.
things to do than run the.
Doesn't want to. So yeah, I think I'll end the video here. Still no idea if I'm gonna come back to this. I might do, but until then I hope you enjoyed this video regardless. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.